Oh, Dave Chappelle? Chappelle Show! Chappelle Show!
What am I doing? Another episode of Project Amberlight. So, what's happened this week? More editing on Amber. This week, the theme was ADR. There's a few things that have come up in terms of just making sense of performances. And so, I'm feeling like there's some moments where before, it made sense that the person said it that way, like the actor. But now that we've put it all together, it doesn't. Like just certain moments. So that's what I've seen basically in the edit this week. Can you tell there's not much to report? I've done nothing on Amber. I mean, mainly Adam's doing the work anyways, but I just had a little just moment. Do you remember last week when I was like really low key? I realised that afterwards I was just so tired, and my problem is that I tend to just work until I sort of have a little burnout, and then I find myself sort of crying in a supermarket car park or something. I don't stop and take a break. Like I work. I'm not like moaning about how I work so hard when there's like doctors and nurses and firemen and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm not very good at managing my time to know when to stop and when to, do you know what I mean? Like just to take care of myself, like with work. So yeah, so after that I was just so tired. So I had to stop, man. I had to stop doing everything. And so I ended up just basically eating crap and sleeping for 3 days. And you know, sometimes you just have to, I think it was like I needed to press the reset button. So anyway, so that was Amber. And yeah, we're gonna get back on it this week. Adam had some stuff going on anywho, so it's probably worked out best for both of us that we just had a little bit of a moment to just regroup, catch a breath, and then sort of jump straight back in. So later in the week, we did 2 days filming on Diapool. If you don't already know, Dadpool is this kind of superhero character that my friend Earl has developed, and the premise is that he's a superhero with no superpowers. Come to LA to kind of help people deal with their crime problem. So if there is a crime, I don't even know if there's still a crime problem here. Maybe he's succeeded.
D1 on Diapool.
This is
Mariko sat in the front putting her clothes on.
She's super cute. This is it, day one, Diapool. So we've had to stop just now because there's a man who has committed himself wholesale to cutting every shred of grass within listening distance of us. So we've had to stop because it's too noisy. Pleasures of filming. Oh! Well, I mean, he'll be back next week.
Oh, of course. Looks like he's going somewhere else.
I think he's probably got to do all of...
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go. That's it, that's all we need. Just a break of 5 seconds.
Here we go.
It's the second day on Diapool, and we've had reasonably, well, not an early start, 8:30, it's all right, isn't it? So we're just getting our cast through makeup, and we're going to be setting up. This is quite a complicated day. It's complicated for a small unit. We've got 4 characters, we've got running, we've got dancing, we've got fighting, and covering all of that with minimal crew is going to be a challenge. Also, we don't have control of the space that we're working in. We're going to be in a parking lot just over the other side here. And so, you know, we're not going to have any control over noise. People live around here, so we've got to be respectful of that. So it's going to be quite an interesting day.
How do you feel about today?
I love it. I love you guys. You guys are hilarious. The crew, everybody's funny. Crew's entertaining me more than I'm entertaining them. I love it.
Hello.
If you prefer me, you would pronounce it Baber. Yeah, but Justin Baber.
I'm a big believer.
Yeah, I really love his music.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
he's like the greatest song ever made.
Greatest. It's the greatest song ever made from Bieber.
We just had so much fun. I mean, it was full on, and we were trying to do something ambitious given the number of people that we had, because, you know, sometimes when you're on a film set you wonder why there's so many people milling about, and it's because filming is more efficient the more people that you have. So, you know what I mean, like if there's only a handful of people trying to do everything, it's going to take a lot longer, or somewhere something's going to get compromised. So yeah, for us it was just a bit of a challenge having just a very like skeleton crew. I mean, Amber was skeleton, but this was just dust. This was air. That was our crew. But oh my gosh, everyone was just like so committed and just like cracked on with it, and we just had a lot of fun, and you know, a lot of laughing and stuff like that. And I think that's the most important thing, is the crew are laughing, getting on, and getting the project, and like throwing in ideas and stuff like that. Like everyone was like, you know, everyone got what we were trying to do, and so every idea that got thrown in was taking us closer to making it better and making it what we wanted it to be.
Can I say best day so far?
Go on then.
Best day so far.
So I went to this event. It was from this woman that says that she has this technique, and she calls it the technique. And it's about helping people develop their stories and find another paradigm for storytelling that isn't based on conflict. Now, on paper, that sounds like a really great idea. Unfortunately, I don't know what the problem was. I think that I don't know if everybody had the same experience as me, but I think she's not very good at articulating what it is. God, the technique. I don't know. Maybe I'm being very cynical about it, but it did. I don't know. You know, it's like coming up with, I don't know, a way of driving, calling it the way, or I don't know. It just. She didn't explain it very well. There was a lot of talking. It was very cerebral. It didn't feel accessible. It felt very esoteric. Like she was, but she had that sort of self-assuredness of somebody who, this definitely works. I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of movies through my system and through the technique. Because I had heard about this woman, and I'd been interested to, you know, maybe work with her, because I'd seen one director talk about her work and just say so many great things about what they had gotten out of working with her. So I was sort of interested, but on the day I was just like, nah. It wasn't for me. I don't know. You just have to find your way in all of this mess of like people trying to tell you how things need to be done, and techniques that you should be using, and rules you should be applying to how you express your creativity and stuff like that. So it's kind of it felt good to honestly say I've inquired into this. It's not for me, so I can just discount that now. I don't have to worry about. I've got to also learn the technique. Yeah, well. The technique, it's not for everybody. Lastly, I went to see Lights Out. So, you may remember I said last week that I got cast in this film, Lights Out. So, I had the opportunity to go to a screening of it. It was at Soho House, which was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna try and pretend like I'm not like a little bit excited about the fact that I went to Soho House to watch a film that I'm in. What? It was cool. It was just like really cool. And Lights Out is a horror. Excuse me. Lights Out is a horror, and I am not a horror baby at all. So it takes a lot for me to go and watch a film. Being in it helps. So I'm just about to go in. I am totally terrified because I hate horror films, but I've got to see it, right? I've got to do this. So I'll report back afterwards. Just come out. I remember why I don't watch horror films. That was stressful. But it was really good. I've seen the short film that it's based on. I've read the script. I've performed the script, but just seeing it up there on the screen, and it's like, you know, a proper studio film. So that was quite a thing to like see yourself on the big screen. Yeah, just really excited to see it. Totes Mohr, seeing my name on the end credits there, scrolling up. It was quite a small cast as well, so it was kind of cool. Like I was like, I don't know, 6th or 7th or whatever on the cast list. So yeah, it's kind of a nice little moment. Because it's hard here, you know, you got to have resolve to just keep going and sort of believe that tomorrow or the next day or someday what it is that you're sort of dreaming of and hoping for is going to happen. So to sort of see the film and just have a little moment of, yeah, it's properly scary. I get so stressed watching horror films. I was enjoying it, but after my scenes, I was like, I could leave. Not because I don't want to see the rest of the film, but because I felt so friggin' stressed. I'm not a horror film person, but I love what he did. He did a really solid job, this director. First feature film. He's made a bunch of shorts, but this is his first feature film. So let that be inspiration, if nothing else is. That was the week. Next week, we are back on the Amber Trail. We're going to start editing Diapool, so I'm going to have 2 short films being edited at the same time. But obviously, I've got to make sure Amber takes top priority. She's my girl right now. What else is going on next week? I think that's it. It's going to be quite a social week next week, so probably won't have anything to... Look, I'm just rambling now. This is nothing I'm saying. Like, there's any value to it.